Have you had enough? As a coach, I'm always getting the question, how can I stop putting up with blank? You know how it goes. Somebody drops stuff off on your desk last minute and wants it first thing in the morning, or they treat you disrespectfully in a meeting in front of other people. Any number of things can make you react to things like this, with everything from irritation to outright rage. And here's the thing, people do what they can get away with. Well, it's not your fault that they're a jerk. And while they hold responsibility for their actions, to the extent you're putting up with it, you're making it easier for them to get away with it. So when you want other people to stop doing things and stop treating you in certain ways, here's how to do it. First of all, know what you do want them to do. Second, tell them how you want them to treat you. And third, draw a boundary across which you will not put up with their behavior. And when they cross that boundary, you make it clear you do not accept their behavior. Now, you'll notice that I said you need to know what you do want them to do, and you need to tell them what you do want them to do. Very easy for us to tell them what we don't want them to do. Don't call me that. Don't drop this off at the last minute. But it's a little harder, but it's more meaningful to them if you tell them what you do want them to do. I would prefer that you spoke to me with respect. I would prefer if you gave me 24 hours notice. When you're clearer about what you want, they get a clearer picture in their head of what it is you're really asking for. And if you draw a boundary like this and they cross it, what you'll do to demonstrate you don't accept it will differ depending on the situation. They drop something on your desk last minute, you can put it back on their desk, or you can leave it on your desk and just not do it for 24 hours. If they treat you with disrespect in a meeting, you can tell them you don't appreciate it right there in the meeting, or you can do so privately at a later time, or you can ignore them completely. The key is to make it clear you don't accept their behavior without falling to their level. Much of the time, we are afraid of what will happen if we draw a boundary and they cross it and we make it clear we don't accept that. We're afraid of the consequences until we're not, until we've just had enough. And at that moment, when you decide that whatever you're afraid of is better than dealing with their crap, that's usually when they get the message. You draw the line. You don't care what happens on the other side. That's when things begin to change, usually for the better. So what have you had enough of?